Alright, yo. So I'm just gonna hit the record button on this. I'm gonna name it a ramble video because a lot of people have been asking me to make one. So, okay, so first I need to start off with this like disclaimer for the people that follow this YouTube channel for my videos with my dad and stuff. He streams on Twitch now by himself. Um, I don't live with him anymore. I live with my mom, so I still see him like a lot, and like there's nothing like anything wrong with our relationship or anything. I've just moved in with my mom because it's closer to my work and stuff like that. Still like really close with him. Still see him all the time. Anyway, just want to like set a disclaimer out there that this is like my YouTube channel, and I just kind of upload like videos of me skilling and stuff now. But he still streams on Twitch and all that, so you can go check that out if you're here to see that. So just don't want to like bother you guys in the sub box with that. So in this ramble video, I want to talk about what I've been doing for the past year or so. So obviously I was really big on PVM before I started skilling. I started skilling in August of 2018. I've gotten a lot done in a little bit of time recently. Not recently, but like since I started skilling. I really took after a lot of in my opinion, the better skillers to like basically just asking them questions on methods and ways to just maximize the efficiency of the time in the day. As like a non-neat player, you have to really maximize every minute of your day to try and get the most progress. Since you're not an, or since I'm a non-neat, it's really hard to um I'm at a loss for words right now. So it's like even harder as a non-neat to progress, but there are ways to get around that, like with phone nights and stuff like that. So those good players have taught me, and I've basically taken what they've taught me and applied it, and it's worked really well. Like with the phone arty and stuff like that. All that kind of stuff has always like helped my weeks whenever I am full of obligations and like school and work at the same time during like school season or whatever. It's just helped me a ton during those times. So basically, I just want to go over what I've gotten done, what I've done recently, like the past few months, and then go over what I want to do in the future with my account and like where I want to go with it. Alright, so for starters, I did 200 mil herbivore with Tob as an alt. I finished that honestly really quick. I'm not sure what month I did that because when I first started skilling, I basically just did like a week of arty and just like watched a bunch of like videos and stuff of people and like looking at CML and seeing how people like play the game and stuff. But basically, my first skill was herbivore, and then I moved. I just basically like hopped around. After I did herbivore, I knew that I could play the hours. I was really good at playing a lot of hours because I really enjoy the game. And after herbivore, fantasy EHP, or the Winter EHP League it was called, came about, and Adam Jr. believed in me and picked me in the first round. And as a first round pick in fantasy, it was like really serious because I had a lot to live up to because I didn't want to let anyone down, especially Adam because we were such good friends. So I basically just hopped around to whatever was like easiest for me to play a lot with and to try to win and stuff like that. So I think the first week I did like a mining 6 hour, and then I just started with prayer because he said that it was really fun and really easy, and it reminded me a lot of Hunter. Oh, I hope this white dot doesn't attack me right here. Okay, looks like he logged out. So it reminded me a lot of Hunter, and Hunter is by far my favorite skill to do on the game because of the skill cap, and it reminded me of like the risk and the reward of the Wildy Altar. Like it reminded me of Black Gens a lot. So I did a lot of prayer in week one, and then from then I moved into like a little bit of fire making, just like jumping around like every skill in the game to kind of like make sure that I could do every skill. I did some fishing. The only skill basically that I haven't trained in this year is smithing with blast furnace. I've obviously anyone can do rune smithing, and I've never done blast furnace, but the like everyone that I've spoken to has told me that there's like nothing to it. It's really simple. So I'm not really too worried about that. I don't even think I need to try it out. I'll probably be able to do it anyway. But anyways, during fantasy, I did a lot of Slayer towards the end because I realized that I was really good at Slayer for what it was at the time. And I'm not saying I'm the best at Slayer. I just think of myself as a pretty good player when it comes to the Slayer skill. That's probably just because of my PVM roots on the game. Oh fuck, I just messed up that trap. But I just always thought I was good at Slayer because of my PVM roots and knowing about like certain things with monsters and stuff. Anyways, I'm like getting way off topic. So I did a bunch of Slayer, and then I soonly realized that Slayer was like not the route that I wanted to take my account because during fantasy I was just trying to maximize my EHP with Slayer, and basically I realized very quickly that Slayer would be devalued like as the game went on. I know like this is like a known fact across all of like the skilling community, but I just figured that out at about 70 mil, and then I just like I was gonna go for 200 mil, and then I just realized that like slowly everything would get or Slayer everything with Slayer would get faster. So I just decided to basically just put the pause button on Slayer until at least like basically put the pause button on Slayer until I'm out of other options or out of good options to do. So I don't think I'll be slaying anytime soon, especially with that warding poll that just came out with, or not poll, but like the dev blog for it with all the buffs and stuff. Yeah, Slayer is just, I don't know, it's a really scary skill whenever you think about losing hours and stuff like that. And with me playing from such like a huge deficit with all the hours of PVM, like if I lose hours while I'm playing, it's really like I'm really not gonna make much progress, is what I'm saying, on like the EHP high scores. So I decided to stop slaying, and then after I quit Slayer, I started fishing, and that was around February this year. And I basically did fishing and played alts with that, and made a lot of money, and basically dumped that money into RC, which leads me to like a really big topic of RC. I'll get back to that in a few minutes. So I did like fishing, and then I stopped fishing whenever I heard about the crystal harpoon thing. Just kind of scared me away from it, honestly. I thought fishing was it was like a really safe skill to do where it wouldn't get devalued, and then I heard about the crystal harpoon and how two ticking would be really good. So I just stopped fishing in general because I was afraid of losing hours again. So from fishing, I did like maybe like 2 or 3 days of arty, and then I was talking to Adam, and he had been doing a lot of Tob recently, so I did some Tob with him with arty for a few days. Sorry, I'm like half burping or something. And then after those few days of arty, I just decided to fully devote myself to Tob and crafting, and just to get crafting out of the way. I really don't like crafting. It's like I consider it like a pretty cringe skill. I don't know. It's just not my forte. I don't like. I just could never get good at it. You know, like I could zero tick bank with like fire bonds and stuff like that, but I just can't do it with crafting for some reason. I don't know. Just I don't know. It's like a meme that like crafting is like the hardest skill or whatever. I don't know, but I just always sucked at crafting, so I just wanted to basically do Tob and get like decent rates but not good rates, and just like torch the entire skill and get rid of it. So recently I've finished crafting with 200 mil, and obviously dumped all the Tob gear or whatever. So now I'm in a spot where I don't want to do, or I didn't want to do fishing. I've kind of had a change of mindset in the past couple days because I've basically heard that Barb will still be pretty much meta, which is good because I really, really like Barb. And I don't think I would like two ticking very much. And I always want to try to adapt to the meta because as a new player, like it's just really good to always try to adapt to the new meta as like a new player should, to try to catch up to those like higher guys. So basically, I'm basically gonna try to do Hunter straight now to build some more money, and then I'm going to probably try to, like, I hate to use the word sprinkle in, but probably do like mediocre RC weeks along with like some skill hopping or maybe fishing and RC after Hunter. I don't know, but I don't think that doing Hunter straight will be too hard for me. I am like a huge skill hopper. Like if you look at my stats, I do have like a bunch of like 50 mil skills, just like everywhere. Just like some like almost every skill is just like got something done with it. Like almost all of them I've touched at least. So I don't think that looks bad. It just kind of shows that I can do all of them. Hopefully. The only real skill that I like kind of fear is RC because of the runners aspect. I really don't want to do solo lavas. It's not that I can't do it, because duo lavas is pretty much the same as solo lavas, and I've done, I think, close to 100 hours of duo lavas now, maybe like 70 or something. And I really, really enjoy that. Like, lavas are really fun, but I just don't want to lose all that time on solo lavas. I know like it's like a really beast method, but I just don't want to do that. So basically, I basically have duo lavas like wrapped up. Like I could do that right now, pretty much. But if I were to want to do like 0+3 maybe, then that could maybe be a possibility if I push myself to get to that point. But I'm not sure if I want, like if I do that, I have to kind of like put RC on pause for like not forever, but like for a long time. And I have this mindset whereas like if you wait too long with RC, like the line will just keep backing up where like the player in front of you that's about to finish will just like somehow just have money or whatever to just kind of like be able to overcut you, and like kind of like with ZMI where like Scott, Karma, and like all those guys were ZMI or doing ZMI all at the same time, and it was like hard for all three of them to find runners at the same time. It just sounds like really AIDS to have like a lot of skillers doing RC at once, which it will eventually come to that point, I think, because at the end of the day, everyone going for tournament law has to do RC. So that's like the only skill that I have fear of because of the runners aspect. Obviously, I could do solo lavas, but I just don't want to lose the hours on it. So I want to move forward to, so like in that, if I do the 0+3, that makes me have to do Slayer before RC, which is what I really didn't want to do, because I feel like if the longer I can hold off on Slayer, the better, because it's one of like the most enjoyable skills, one, and then number two, like it can get faster at any point. There are like some pros to doing Slayer because you do make a lot of money with Slayer. Like it's really easy to flip or like play rune drags or whatever with Slayer. Like the the alt ceiling with Slayer is very high in my opinion. I know Ely and Alex have played 3 rune drags with every task. Like they've shown that it's possible. I don't know if I'd have the motivation to do that because I really don't like enjoy rune drags. I guess I don't know. It's kind of fun to like see like what you can do, but once you like do it for long term, it's just kind of boring. So I don't know. That's why I've always done like Tob with my Bibles, because it's a little bit more enjoyable. Even if Tob were like the same money as rune drags, I would probably still do Tob because it's just a little bit more fun for me. So with that, I want to move to the next topic, which is school. I am in uni, so I'm actually like changing the way I'm doing uni recently. So in the past, I have done like part-time uni and part-time work, and it like adds up to like basically, well, I wouldn't say full-time like capacity, but it's just like it's hard like half committing to each. So I want to basically speed up my uni and kind of like put the oh fuck, I just got launched. Anyways, so I just basically want to, God, that just like completely wrecked my train of thought. So I basically I just want to focus more on uni to get that done, because working like a part-time job now is it's just not as beneficial as working a full-time job in the future would be, with like degree pay instead of just like non-degree pay, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just want to speed up the uni. So I'm not sure if doing like uni only will increase my weeks, decrease my weeks. I'm not sure how the motivation will work with that, because having like tests kind of really stresses me out, and when I stress out, I kind of burn from the game a little bit. Like I just in the past, I've always, when I was taking like 2 to 3 classes with work, if I had like a test in 2 of the classes, I would just like, instead of studying, I would just sleep, and instead of like I could just play instead of sleeping, if I really wanted to that bad. It would just like, not being able to play a ton would just burn me out, and I would just not even want to study. I would just want to just sleep. So I'm hoping that when I do full-time uni and I have like a full school load, it won't just burn me out, and I can be able to just like stay ahead in the uni classes. And because if you stay ahead, like it's really easy to just like recline at the end of the semester, not have to worry about the final and stuff like that. Alright, so basically I am gonna try and do Hunter straight. Famous last words. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up the video here, and hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry if like this video was all over the place. It's meant to be like that, I think. So, anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. If you guys enjoyed this one, let me know.